App Planning for Success. Brought to you by Software Accelerator Playbook. On Instagram at S.A.Playbook. Today on the podcast, we're talking about the benefit of creating an app for your business to use internally. So most people, when they think about building apps, they think about something that will be on the App Store that people can download and use. But a really fantastic use of or fantastic idea for building an app is to create something that helps you run your business more effectively. That if you've got a manual process where you're downloading something, you're in a spreadsheet doing some sort of calculation, you want something to happen on a specific cadence, whether it's reminding you of something or needing to fill out a specific form or ping somebody to tell them something, that can all be automated. And while it may be a little bit more work on the front end, just getting the thing working, once it's working, then it works hands off, hands free. And that's the goal, to be able to then make it easier for you to then work in your business, because now you've got extra help with this software, making things more efficient or effective. So to give you a few examples of this, I've done this, for years in my own business. The idea of, if I've got something that I need to do that I don't want to do over and over again, then I try to figure out some way to automate that, some way to create a specific process. And in fact, this podcast is it goes through an automation sequence in order to help me edit it faster and create a video programmatically, actually. So I don't need to then hire an audio editor or a video editor. I can just set it up, and as soon as I send the audio through, then everything that I've asked it to do will be done. So in terms of creating the video that will then go along with this, that then will go on Instagram or TikTok, the idea is that video can be created without even opening video software, because I can create a script that will then pass in certain parameters and then be able to mix down that video for me. So certainly it's taken me a little while to be able to figure out exactly how it's going to work, exactly how it's going to flow. But now that I've got it mostly working, the assembly line is mostly complete, it's very, very easy for me to finish one of these, that for me to be able to record it and just send it up to my server. That's only a few button presses and a little bit of time. So it allows me to just be more efficient in my time, whereas I might be wasting 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes trying to edit one of these and trying to put it together and then save it and then I'll upload it here and then make the video and then export the video, whatever the process is. Now I can skip all those. All those steps, because I've got software that does it for me. And so you can imagine, once you stack these things on top of each other, once you have a software that does this or a software that does that, if there's a software that's going to be reaching out to your clients and asking them certain things, or gathering information from clients, or giving information to clients, or just tracking things and just making it easier for you to hold lots of data in your hands at the same time, because you've got some kind of automation like this. Everybody has their own scenario in business for what matters to them and what needs to be automated. But start that thought rolling of, you don't need to do it yourself. You don't need to manually do this process over and over again. That, as long as you're, working on a computer and doing something in software somewhere, that theoretically, that type of thing can be automated. Now the thought process needs to be clear. If there needs to be a thought layer on top of what happens, in terms of you choosing what to enter, what words to use, or whatever else, that can't necessarily be automated right now. Although they do have AI copywriters, which you can interface with. But the idea being that there's something in your pipeline right now that you are doing manually that you don't need to do manually. And if it takes 5 minutes of your time every day, 10 minutes of your time every day, if it's something repetitive that you're doing, day after day or week after week, then imagine the savings of time and hassle, and really, time being money. How much money is that going to be then over a year of business, 2 years of business? And if you continue down this road and keep on working on this business, and 5 years, 10 years from now, keep doing the same sort of thing, if you would have gone down a different road and automated at least some part of your process, can you imagine then how that can stack up? A good exercise there is to really, try to do the math, try to figure out, how much you're charging per hour or how much you want to get per hour, and then multiply that by how much time you would save, and then multiply that by how many weeks you can absolutely imagine, you'll be doing this same sort of thing. And that really gives you an idea for how much money is just ready and there waiting for you. And not to mention, really, once you've got that going, if you can then focus on different things, and that same process will just continue on and on, that's wonderful. That's essentially helping you, really make waves with your business, that you can then set up a process and the plate just keeps spinning. And then as the plate is spinning, then you are able to focus on higher level tasks, but you're also not paying an employee. So you're not worrying about them, are they going to come in? Are they going to, then be, get sick, and then I'm going to have to jump in and go at a lower gear to be able to solve the problem. You're basically setting it and forgetting it. And so think about in your own business what you can apply this to, where you're working in spreadsheets, doing calculations, where you are, downloading things, every day or every other day, and uploading files, asking for things, whatever it is, where you're transferring data, you're asking for data, you're organizing data. That's the kind of stuff that can be automated. And if you're not a software developer, you may not think of, how can it actually be automated? But in that case, if you're curious about, getting some sort of annoying task off your hands and freeing yourself up in your business, please contact me. DM me at S.A.Playbook on Instagram, and we can chat about, how possible it is for you to automate that and to make it easier for you then to move forward in your business. Hope you've loved this podcast episode, and I will see you tomorrow.